Hello everyone. Today we'll start with vocabulary with mnemonics. Like I'll be telling you words and I'll be telling you the tricks to learn or to memorize that words, and that trick is called a mnemonic. So mnemonic helps you to remember your vocabulary, remember difficult words in an easier manner. So we'll start with the first word, abash. Abash means embarrassed or ashamed. Now we have a memory key for this. And the memory key is, after a flop birthday, he felt abashed. So in all, because the birthday party was flop, so he felt embarrassed or he felt ashamed because his birthday party was a flop. So abashed is to be embarrassed or to be ashamed. Now we'll have an example sentence for this. He was not abashed at being caught for the theft. That means he was not feeling ashamed or embarrassed when he was caught for the theft or for the stealing of things. So abashed is to be embarrassed or ashamed, and the memory key is flop birthday, felt abashed, felt embarrassed or ashamed. Yes. And next word is abhor. Abhor means to hate, and the memory key to learn this word is, it sounds like a bore. One who's boring, I hate them. It sounds like a bore. So if you're a boring person, I won't like it, I will hate it. So a bore is to hate. A person who's boring is a person who's hated by me. So you may use it like this. A bore is to hate. And the example sentence for this is, Malini abhor the idea of attending Malini abhor the idea of attending an all-girls school. Yes. And next word is absolve. Absolve means to relieve of a guilt or to relieve of a guilt or requirement. The memory key for this word is, now if we split this word in Hindi, ab plus solve. So the matter is solved now and the case is solved, so you are free from the blame. If we talk about a judge who's setting free a culprit who says, now the matter is solved, so you are free from the blame, you are relieved from the guilt, you are relieved from the requirement, and you are free in all terms, you are set free from the guilt. So absolve is to relieve of a guilt or requirement, and we can learn it by breaking it in Hindi. Absolve हो गया. And the sentence example for this is, the court absolved him of guilt in her death. So absolve is to relieve or to set free. Yes. Our next word is abstain. Abstain means refrain for something, refrain from something, or choose not to consume. Refrain for something or choose not to consume. And the memory key for this is, again if we split the word in Hindi, ab plus stain. Just imagine a situation where a mother is scolding her child, and she says, "अब stains नहीं लगने चाहिए, अब stains नहीं लगने चाहिए." So you have to refrain from getting stains onto your shirt. So you have to abstain this. So this can be like memorize using this by splitting it in Hindi. No more stains, abstain. So stop this, refrain this, choose not to continue this. And the example sentence for this is, if you don't want to participate, if you don't want to participate in the discussion, you are free to abstain. Yes, so this way abstain can be remembered. Abstain is refrain from something, or choose not to consume something, or choose not to continue something. Yes, our next word is acrid. Acrid mean harsh, bitter, or pungent. Now, the memory key for this is the word acrid sounds like acid. It sounds like acid. So, acid is generally harsh on our skin, or acid is something harsh or bitter, or it has a pungent smell. So, acrid sounds like acid, and acid is harsh, bitter, or pungent. So, this way it can be memorized. And the example sentence for this is, it has a pungent, it has a pungent odor and an acrid taste. Bitter or harsh taste. So acrid is harsh, bitter, or pungent. It sounds like acid, so it's very easy to memorize. Yes. So the next word is acumen. It means mental sharpness or insight. Acumen is to mental sharpness or insight, and the mnemonic for this is, the memory key, the memory tip to memorize this word is, the word acumen sounds like a quick man. It sounds like a quick man. So if someone is responding very fast, or someone is very quick in answering or responding or in behaving, so that means he is mentally sharp, he has an insight. So one who's mentally sharp responds quickly. So sounds like a quick man. So one who's a quick man is a mentally sharp person. So acumen is mental sharpness or insight. And the example sentence for this is, turning a life into a livelihood requires more than talent and business acumen. Turning a life into a livelihood requires more than talent and business acumen. Yes. So the next word is adroit. Adroit is cleverly skillful or resourceful or expert. Adroit is cleverly skillful, resourceful, or expert. And the memory key for this is, adroit sounds like android. Adroit sounds like android. As we all know, mobile users especially, they must be familiar with Android. It is a software platform for mobiles. It has thousands of useful applications and can do numerous activities skillfully. So Android means skillful. As an Android performs all the functions, it can be like it has provided us useful applications. It is very resourceful. It is an expert for all of us. So Android is Android, and Android is something which is cleverly skillful or resourceful or expert in something. And the example for sentence for this is, he is an adroit at wielding a kitchen knife, as he is at Bhatia swords. because he's working there. Now he's cleverly skillful, now he's resourceful, now he's an expert in wielding a kitchen knife. And our next word is aghast. This means filled with horror or shock. The memory key for this is aghast can be memorized as a ghost. If you see a ghost, you are filled with horror, or you are filled with shock, you are afraid, you are fearful. So it sounds like a ghost. So can be easily memorized using this word. And the example sentence for this is when the news about the terrorist attack when the news about the terrorist attack came out, they were aghast. Came out, everyone was aghast. This means filled with horror or shock. So everybody was afraid, they were fearful, because when the news about the terrorist attack came, they were filled with aghast, or they were filled with horror or shock. Our next word is amiss. This means which is not quite right or appropriate. Or you may say something which is inappropriate. The memory tip for this is, as the word amiss contains miss. Amiss contains miss. Sometimes everybody goes for feeling that something is missing, something is not right, or something is inappropriate, something is missing. So amiss has a word miss in it, and miss is something which is miss, something which is not proper, something which is lacking, something which is not right. So something is amiss. Amiss means appropriate. And the example sentence for this is, there was something amiss about his calculations. There was something amiss about his calculations. So there was something inappropriate about his calculations. Our next word is amnesty. So amnesty means to pardon or to forgive. The keyword for this is, it can be memorized through the phrase Aman done a nasty thing. Aman done a nasty thing. So let's suppose consider a conversation between you and your friend Aman. You say, Aman, you have done a nasty thing, but since you are my friend, I'll forgive you. So amnesty means to pardon or to forgive. I repeat, consider a conversation between you and your friend Aman, and Aman, you say to Aman, Aman, you have done a nasty thing, but since you are my friend, I will forgive you, I'll pardon you. So it can be memorized with the phrase, Aman done a nasty thing, but still, as he's my friend, I'll forgive him. And the example sentence for this is, the new law granted, the new law granted an amnesty